how do we date in the age of coronavirus? It is confusing. We're told we have to be isolated for the most part. Some of us are quarantined if you've been exposed to somebody with coronavirus. So it can be a really hard time to be alone and to be isolated. And it's the time when most of us would like to be dating, because with all this isolation, we miss human contact, we miss being with somebody, and we don't even know how to date, if we're going to date at all. Here are some suggestions. If you have not yet met somebody and you're dating online, keep online dating online. Don't take it offline. So what that means is text more than you would normally text. Like, my practice is usually a few texts, get on the phone, and get on a date. But with the coronavirus, I'm not going on dates. I'm talking on the phone, and then I am having FaceTime dates. A long time ago, when I was working in summer camp, I used to meet my dates on Skype because I'd be away for a month or two at a time. And it was kind of the same thing. I couldn't see them, and we would have real dates. We would have dates with a drink, and we would both bring a glass of wine and talk as if we were, dressed up and on a real date. So that's what I suggest, that you have like a real date and you meet them without meeting them. And we want to focus now on getting to know somebody emotionally and not physically. So for people who live farther away, it's actually a really great way to meet and not have to worry about who's going to travel where. So I think we can use this as a positive. And some people are meeting. So I want to just address that. If you're going to meet, please do not touch. Go in for the elbow bump, or you could do the little foot kick. And with the weather changing here on the East Coast of the United States, we've had some really warm spring days, and it's a beautiful time to go for a walk. So you can take walks with somebody you just met, if you're comfortable with that, and keep a distance from each other. Don't be on top of each other. And definitely stay away from closed spaces with lots of people, like bars and restaurants, which I think most of them are closing now anyway, so that's not even a concern. And Tinder posted a message to its users on March 2nd, I think, and they had some precautions to take if you go on dates. And these are actually precautions that you would take even if you just go out into the real world. What they suggest is you wash your hands frequently, carry hand sanitizer, avoid touching your face, and maintain social distance in public gatherings. So that's good common sense for anyone who's out in public, whether you're on a date or not. So I want to share one more thing, and that is another silver lining in the coronavirus. It's a good time to take a break from dating if you're burnt out, or tweak your online profile. A lot of times we put a profile up and we don't even take a look at it for a long time. And I know I haven't really changed my profile on OkCupid in a long time. So it's good to go in, maybe shorten it a little, update it, even add something about the coronavirus and how you're dating right now. That would be helpful. And it's also a good time to search for meetups and other social events in your area, so that you can fill your social calendar up for when you do go back out there, when all of this isolation is lifted, and I would say in a month or two, so that you actually are doing something about your dating life. So it's a good time to kind of take a step back and add some things in that you haven't done in a while or haven't considered. So it's really up to you to figure out what you're most comfortable with and do what makes sense to you. And remember, like everything else, every other crisis, this too shall pass. And one day, dating in the age of coronavirus is going to make for some great stories to tell on future dates.